Good morning, this is Sarah, your friendly neighborhood socially awkward seller, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am a full-time reseller who sells on eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace. I got bags, they're multiplying. I don't know why I don't sleep. I try to sleep, I lay down, I fall asleep, I just don't sleep well. So it shows on my face. It is Tuesday morning, it is 7:30, and I have gathered up the things that I needed to, that have sold over the past couple of days, Sunday and Monday, because I did ship on Saturday. And I've started my shipping, but those are all things that I showed you in the last video. So I thought I would just go ahead and show you some new stuff. Let's see, let me get here so I can sort of see what things sold for. This is not very exciting to look at, but it is a party light steak. You know, you put the steak in the ground, you put the beer on ice, and all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight. I know. But anyway, it has a lantern that has an interchangeable globe, and it's for holidays. This sold for, hold on, bear with me, $23.74 plus shipping. I have two more of these. I bought these for $3 each. Do you remember Little Bo Keep? Okay, the Offray Bo Genius. If they made a movie about it, it might be the last remake of Bo Genius. No, not that either. I sold this over on Amazon, and this sold for $24.99. And if you'll remember, I just picked this up the other day for a couple of bucks. The actual price evades me. I've had this for quite some time. This is a Sunbeam blanket control, and I sold this for $10 plus shipping. I bought this in a pair for $3, and I've already sold the other one. This is a White House Black Market sweater, really pretty sweater with like a chevron pointille kind of thing. And it's got like silver ombre because it goes into gray, and it's got glitter, not glitter, metallic threading. It's very fancy. I took a best offer on this yesterday for $17.09. Actually, no, I didn't. She just bought it for $17.09 plus shipping. And I need to try to remember, if I use my noggin, to take that off of Poshmark. I showed these to you in a video. Well, I didn't actually like show them to you, but this was in a lot of flatware that I bought the other day. And it is an Oneida pattern, and you probably cannot see, but they are tiny little cocktail forks. This came in a lot that I paid like $9 for. There were two different bags that totaled $9. I sold these forks for $23.74. Bought this Hunter fan oil the other day for $1, and this sold for $9.74 plus shipping. I charge shipping on everything. Do you remember these fellas from a video, I think last week? Definitely last week. These are Sirocco wood, and so they're just these mid-century resin shelves. I paid $1 each for these, and these sold for $30 plus shipping. What else? This is a Hitachi Chime-O-Matic. I always pick these up if they're complete because they always sell. This one sold for a best offer of $30 plus shipping. I think I paid about $5 for that. This is a 12-pound lot of mixed flatware. This is, okay, so let me tell you about how I accumulate this. I buy flatware to sell flatware, but a lot of times I don't always look the flatware up when I buy it, so I may buy a set that's not worth anything. Those go in this box. I may buy flatware that is worth something, but there's an odd piece or there's a leftover piece that I don't want to include. It goes in this box. Or there's just a random piece that does not go with that set whatsoever, goes in this box. So I have just filled this box. This is a regional rate box A. And I filled this box up. It's been listed for a while, but I got a best offer for $35 plus shipping on this, and I let it go. I do have another box, probably about a third of the way, maybe a half the way full. And as soon as I get that filled up, then that will be listed as well. But I like to do that with my leftovers. Let's see, a couple more things. This is a Yo Gabba Gabba jukebox. Hi, I'm Plex. And then they, I think you can, somewhere it plays music. Come on now. I look like I'm handicapped or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Anyway. Good day. Yo Gabba Gabba was a cartoon. They probably show it in reruns. Here's the logo. And it's got these kind of alien looking creatures. Kids love it. I don't know why. But anytime I find something significant, like an electronic Yo Gabba Gabba that's in good condition, I will pick that up. I've had this for quite some time. But it did sell finally for $35.10. I think I paid about $2 for this. Yesterday in my haul video, I showed you that I had purchased a Cocomotion. It sold last night for $37.99. And finally, ooh, easy there. Finally, pretty sure this is the final item. This is the Mr. Coffee Cafe Cocoa that I had mentioned was the only black Cocomotion basically that I had. This also sold on Amazon. Let's see, I can tell you what it sold for. This sold for $34.99. And if you look at the two beside each other, they're essentially the same mold. Look at the handles and the lids. It's just that this was a different model and a different color, and that it's got that frosted portion at the top. So I am out of Cocomotions and hot cocoa machines again, and because they have been selling so fast like this, I will pick up any others that I find in the next few weeks. And if they don't sell, they'll sell next year. It's just a thing. All right, I'm going to work on getting all my shipping done. I put in a pickup request this morning. My mailman will be here somewhere between 11 and 1. And I'm hopeful that I have enough bubble wrap, but I feel like I don't. So I may have to make the dreaded run to Walmart. And let me tell you why I hate that. One, yesterday, it was decent weather outside, and I got home early enough. I should have gone and picked up bubble wrap yesterday, but I didn't think about it. Two, I will spend my kids' inheritance at Walmart for bubble wrap and not get very much. So that's frustrating. Three, we got our first weather of the year last night. So it started out as freezing rain and it turned into snow, and we got probably an inch or inch and a half, not that much. But it's very crunchy outside. I can hear it when the cars are driving by, which lets me believe that it's probably slick. So I don't really want to go. I've become the old woman that, you know, oh, it's cold outside and it's slippery and I might fall and break a hip. Yeah, I become that woman. But I don't want to go out there in it. But I may have to. So I got a couple hours to do that. So what I'm going to do is package up all the big things and see if I can make it work. I have 4 items. 1, 2, 5 items that are going to need some significant bubble wrap. So I don't think I have enough. But anyway, that's my issue, along with a boatload of others. But let me get this going, and then I'm gonna bring you back, and we'll maybe work or something. I'm hoping to get some of those items drafted that I purchased yesterday. I'd like to get a few listed. And my husband said he's out of white t-shirts. I don't wipe very well sometimes, so I gotta wash some laundry. Fortunately, here I am in the basement looking at the washing machine. So anyway, enough rambling. I'll be back with you guys later. All right, I am back, and it is about 3:17 in the afternoon, and guess what I've gotten done today? Nothing. Okay, a little. I did go through and ship everything. Okay, that was an accomplishment. That took about 2 hours. I had 18 items, and a lot of them I had to wrap with bubble wrap, and you know, they were a little bit, they weren't easy. They weren't slipping into a poly bag and mailing. I did run out of bubble wrap, but I had just enough. So I didn't have to go anywhere today. And I also went in and sent offers to likers on both of my eBay stores, and that's about all that I've gotten done. I have done some house cleaning. I cleaned out the refrigerator. I made the terrible mistake of opening this bowl that was in there that I found all the way in the back, and it was raw shrimp that had been there for a while. So I had to throw the entire bowl away and like spray the house and burn a candle and light a fire, and it was horrible. Anyhow, so tomorrow I'm hoping to be a listing day. Again, I don't have anything really to do tomorrow until the evening, and I think I'm going to take my grandson to dinner and maybe go to Five Below. And if you don't know Five Below, it is just like a little junk store. It's not a junk store, it's a retail store. And instead of being like a Dollar Tree where everything's $1, at Five Below everything is $5 or less. So they have a better variety of stuff, and he'll enjoy going there. He's 13. I'll just give him a budget and say, go crazy. So, so that's what I've got to do tomorrow night. Amelia over at Amelia Sells, if you don't watch her channel, I recommend that you go over and check her out. We'll link her in the description box below. Has tagged me in the 19 questions thing that is going around, and I thought I would just answer those really quick at the end of this video, since I don't have really anything else to do. So let's just jump right into it. What does your channel name mean? Socially awkward seller. Well, seller is self-explanatory, and I am socially awkward. I have gotten much better as I've gotten older, but I have had a lot of anxiety in my life, a lot of anxiety, and I still suffer with some. It still keeps me from doing a few things, but it used to stop me from just eating at a restaurant that I'd never been to before. I could literally get to the door, and if I couldn't see through the door, I wouldn't go in because I didn't know what was on the other side, and everybody would be looking at me, which they weren't. That's so self-absorbed, but you know how I am. Where were you born? I was born in LaGrange, Kentucky. I think there's about 30,000 people there now. I was born in a hospital called Mallory Taylor Hospital, and it was as big as it sounds. You know, it looked like a large bed and breakfast, but it is no longer there. Where are you now? I live in Columbus, Ohio. I've been here for about 10 years now. I moved here for a job, and I no longer have the job, and my husband doesn't want to move to Kentucky. So we stay here. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite sex? I don't know. They've never said, but I do have a brother that's 14 months younger than me, so I assume maybe that name. His name's Michael Shane. What is your eye color? Blue. About most of my family has blue eyes. I think there are 7 kids. My dad had blue eyes. My mom has brown eyes. 7 kids. I think there are 4 of us. 4 of us, I think, that have blue eyes. Anyway, you don't care. What's your favorite candle scent? So this is a little bit of a tough one because basically, let me tell you what I don't like. I don't like anything that smells like, that has floral scents. I don't enjoy those at all. I have a lot of sensitive allergies. And sometimes when you smell a floral scent, even though it's not the flower, it just kind of psychosomatically triggers that sneeze response. So I don't like floral. But I do like clean scents like Quiet Beach or Fresh Laundry. Those kind of, white linen. Those kinds of things. But one of my pet peeves, which this is not a question, I'm just going to share. One of my pet peeves is when you're in the candle aisle somewhere and you start cracking those candles open to smell to see if you like the scent, and you're like, this looks like it'll smell really good. And you're like, oh, ass and corn chips. Put that one back, and you pick up another one. Oh, rotten feet. And you put that one back, and you pick up another. Oh, Satan's balls. And you put that one back, and you pick up another one, and it's like, the bus station bathroom. Like, they just smell terrible. What were they trying to do here? I don't know, but I'm not buying those scents. But today I was burning a candle that was Cozy Fireside, and I do like masculine scents. So if it's mahogany, teak wood, or if it's got bergamot in it, or it's any kind of musk, I love those scents. Okay, enough of that. Can you cook? I can burn. I used to be a better cook. I'm not as good of a cook now. So let me explain. I have this self-diagnosed memory problem. I'm not going to go to the doctor about it because what's the point? I won't remember what he said. But so I can't, for example, I make my husband Turkish coffee every morning. I made him Turkish coffee for 7 years. I went on vacation for 2 weeks without him. I came back. I forgot how to make Turkish coffee. I didn't forget everything about it, but I forgot how to make it taste good. So I used to be a better cook, but my memory has gotten worse, and I can't consistently make good food. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. What's your sign? I am a Leo, but I'm on the cusp of a Cancer because my birthday's on the 24th of July. What scares you about getting old? What scares me the most is not stretch marks. It's not the aches and pains, because I am getting old. It is becoming a burden because my husband is younger than I am, and I don't want to be a burden to my kids or my husband. I think that's a real possibility. I think probably I will have either dementia or Alzheimer's. But I just don't want that. I just assume they put me in a home. What is the last thing you bought? Bubble wrap, because I ran out. What's your favorite holiday? I'm not a big holiday person. My parents never celebrated holidays. I did when the kids were younger, but we don't celebrate holidays here. I think my favorite thing though is just like the grandkids' birthdays. I enjoy those. Maybe it's Memorial Day just because I know the weather's going to get warm, but I'm just not a big holiday person. What's your guilty pleasure? Speech therapy. No, true crime TV. I love it. And it stays on most of the time. I'll just keep it in the background. I don't gamble. I don't drink. You know, I don't do drugs, so I'm kind of boring. Huh. This is not making me feel as good about myself as I thought. Um, what show do you binge watch? Okay, I'm one of those people that, or I may be the only person, I don't know, that I hate when a show is going through its, it's still active and there's all this hype. I can't stand it, so I don't watch it. But when the show's over, I tend to binge that. So we did that with Game of Thrones. Right before the last season started, we binge watched the entire 8 previous seasons or 7 previous seasons. We binge watched Lucifer. I binge watched The Walking Dead because I thought it was over. It's not. And then we just finished Breaking Bad, which is really good. So just whatever it is, we're watching Into the Badlands right now. And it's okay. Let's see. Are you an evening? Oh no. What item do you never leave home without? My inhaler, because I have asthma, and it's no fun not being able to breathe. Evening or morning person? I used to be an evening person. I used to be really grumpy in the morning and unable to function, but as I've gotten older, I find that I am more active in the morning if I can get out of bed. If I get out of bed, I'm more active in the morning. I'm more apt to get things done in the morning and less apt to get them done in the evening. What's my favorite movie genre? I like most everything. When my hub's not home, I watch rom-coms or documentaries. When he's home, it's action films. My top 3, I think, films that I stop and watch every time they're on cable are Tombstone, Shawshank Redemption, and The Green Mile. I love big epic movies too, like The Last Samurai or The Patriot, and there are probably better ones than that, but those big epic productions like The Lord of the Rings and all that stuff. What is good in your life? Honestly, pretty much everything. I can't complain. It's all good. I've got a good marriage. I've got good kids. I've got good current grandkids. We're not starving to death. The house is paid for. Pretty much everything is good. Are you an introvert or extrovert? I used to think I was an introvert, but it's not true. I'm actually an extrovert that is very, very self-conscious and not confident. So as I've gotten older, that's gotten better. Doing things like this, putting myself out there, has helped. But yeah, I'm probably an extrovert because I'll talk to anybody now. And what's my biggest accomplishment? I think my biggest accomplishment is overcoming some of the anxiety that I've had, and that has allowed me to do things that I normally wouldn't do. Like when I first met my husband, I got on a plane and flew 17 hours overseas into a country that I don't speak the language, so that I could meet him there. I never would have done that had I not been able to work through some of that anxiety. And having this channel, I never would have done this had I not been able to work through some of that anxiety. So that's a big accomplishment for me. That's a personal accomplishment for me. And I'm pretty proud of it. I'll say it. I'm proud of it. All right. That's all I've got for you. Thanks, Amelia, for tagging me in this. And I'm sorry it's gotten so long-winded. Yeah, that's it. We'll see what tomorrow's vlog is. Just remember that the dream works when you do, so keep dreaming and keep working. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.